I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to Bob Strait Court at Huntington North High School. It is Wayne taking on Homestead here in the Sectional 6 semifinal. This is part of the Class 4A sectional playoffs. Homestead taking on Wayne. Wayne is an improved basketball team this year. They're 15-7. They have been continuously getting better under head coach Laisha Gorman. 1-20 in her first year in the 2018-2019 season. And that's built up to this year where the Generals have gone 15-7. And for Homestead, it's business as usual. They're 17-5. Now, Homestead did finish third place in the SAC, losing only to Snyder, a team that lost only once, and to Northrop, a team that did not lose at all in conference play. Now, both teams did lose games during the course of the season, but Snyder only lost one game in conference play. Northrop did not lose any. So Homestead with just 2 losses in conference play. And, of course, Rod Parker, the head coach, has won 400 games in his career as the head coach at Homestead. Was an assistant coach on the boys team at Homestead under Chris Johnson before taking over as the head coach of the girls team. Chris Johnson remains the head boys coach over there at Homestead. And they're going to announce the starting lineups for both teams. Well, there are the starters for the Homestead Spartans and the Wayne Generals. Homestead coming off a huge win over Columbia City back on Tuesday night, where Maya Epps was put at the line to shoot 3 free throws, and she knocked them down to win the game. And as I mentioned, Rod Parker is now a 400-game winner in his head coach at Homestead. He has led the Spartans to 4 straight sectional titles, 8 sectional titles in the last 9 years. This will be Allie Stevens to tip off against Shabrea O'Quinn. And the tip is won by the Generals. Quick down the floor they go, and an early basket for Tanae Hairston. Wayne with a quick transition bucket to start the scoring. That did not take long at all. I believe that possession only took 8 seconds off the clock. Epps trying to answer. It won't go. She gets her own miss, and the putback does go. Immediately, Homestead does answer. Well, here's Anaya Hill. She's the leading scorer on the season for Wayne. Also one of their top 3-point shooters. Diaz looking for O'Quinn on the inside. That's going to be traveling. O'Quinn went up with the shot, held onto the ball, and came down with it. Allie Stevens was the one who blocked the shot. Homestead gets it across the timeline to Molly Stock. Wide open is Stock for 3, no good. Stevens the offensive board. Stevens, tough shot, wouldn't go, kept alive by Emma Royst. And Stock is able to finish for Homestead, and they go up 4-2. First lead of the game for the Spartans. Anaya Hill finds Diaz. Diaz around the screen from Hairston. Hill, the fake. Hill, the kick out to Diaz. Almost lost the ball. She's able to regather and finds Hairston. Hairston blocked, and a foul called on Epps. That's going to send Tanae Hairston to the free throw line. Hairston scored right off the tip, giving Wayne their first points of the game, and could not add to it there. We have found out recently that Blackhawk Christian, though they led for most of their game against Bethany Christian, did lose to Bethany 33-32. So Blackhawk Christian, despite a valiant effort, has been eliminated. They will not get their 4th straight sectional title. Molly Stock misses the 3, and it's ripped away by Tanae Hairston for the rebound. Diaz comes down the floor for the Generals. Trying to find O'Quinn, and it's taken from behind, but Hill gets it back. Stevens almost forced the turnover. Hill with a long 3. She was wide open, and she nails it. Anaya Hill from downtown to give Wayne the lead. Across the timeline comes Epps. It's mainly a motion offense that Homestead uses. In fact, I believe that the boys and girls teams tend to use the same scheme. Rod Parker being a former assistant under Chris Johnson, who coaches the boys team. Diaz has it knocked from behind. Who touched it last? They're going to say Homestead did. Sydney Gorman to put it in play, and she can knock him down from beyond the arc. Gorman has yet to take a shot there. Has yet to take a shot here, that is. That's going to be called a moving screen against Shabrea O'Quinn. Allie Stevens will put it in play right next to Rod Parker. Driving to the basket is Stock. Gets it back outside looking for Epps. She finds her, and Epps goes high off the glass. Count it, and a foul. Homestead's got the lead. Maya Epps with 4 early points in this one. And Epps has a chance to add to the Homestead lead from the line. Could not hit the free throw, and Hill, the smallest player on the court, is the one who gets the rebound. Diaz going baseline. Her floater is no good. Rolled right off the rim and into the hands of Royst. Stock going for the step-back 3, and she drains it. And Homestead goes up by 4. Each team has a 3 ball in this one. Anaya Hill going for another one with a hand in her face. That comes up short. Battle for the ball on the deck. It's a jump ball. The arrow favors Homestead. Evie Bottoms was defending there for the Spartans. Got the hand right in Anaya Hill's face to contest the shot. Do have an official update. Snyder did win in their semifinal game against DeKalb. Found out that they won it by 16. And also, in case you're wondering, Woodland defeated Heritage tonight. Closer than you might expect, though. The Warriors won by 11. Stevens driving inside. She's going to be called for the offensive foul. With 4:21 to go, Wayne will get the ball back. Wayne got the first points of this game after winning the opening tip. Tanae Hairston took it to the bucket. And not long ago, they had a chance to score on the interior. Anaya Hill missed that one. Stevens touched it last. Another chance to score on the interior, but Hill could not finish. Gorman will inbound. Gorman has yet to take a shot in this game, but we know she can knock it down from beyond the arc. Diaz gets it off the inbound, but she missed. Gabby Helsum with the board for Homestead. Here's Epps with the feed outside to Molly Stock. 3 ball comes up short, and Diaz wins the board against Allie Stevens. Diaz pushing, throws up a wild shot, and then Hairston gets fouled. That's going to be on Gabby Helsum. So Tanae Hairston going to go to the line for the Generals with 3:47 to go in this first quarter. Hairston's free throw does not fall. Wayne does not have a made free throw yet in this game. It's the Huntington North student section just now making their way out of the stands. 0 for 2 again goes Hairston. Here's Molly Stock down the floor. Anaya Hill staying with her. Stock able to find some help from Helsum. She goes inside to Epps, and Epps was fouled. Epps has 4 points early on in this one. And Epps, of course, was the one who hit the game winner against Columbia City. Now, she did so by hitting 3 free throws. Driving through is Royst, and Royst scores on the dribble drive. Homestead with a 5-point lead as a 6-point lead. Able to find Gorman. Gorman has yet to take a shot. I believe that's her first touch other than a couple of inbounds. Hairston right over the defender, no good. And Molly Stock has the board. Maya Epps racing down the court. She finds Helsum. And Gabby Helsum nails a transition 3. Timeout is taken by Wayne and Laisha Gorman. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Now, while they take a timeout, we will give you a few words from our sponsors that allow us to do these games that we get to do so often right here on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group celebrates their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their dealerships and contact them at brands@drivekelly.com. Well, Homestead on a 14-3 run, even after Wayne got the first made basket of the game, did so right off the tip. They just took the timeout moments ago, their first timeout, and that's Molly Stock who gets the steal, takes it away from Hill. Hill, who's a great defender in her own right, and wide open is Helsum. She takes it to the cup. A wide open lane, and Helsum took advantage. Gabby Helsum making a big impact for the Spartans. I do believe she's got the last 5 points for Sparty. This is Mariah Luna, gets a lot of good minutes off the bench for the Generals. Just fed it off to Gorman. Double teamed was Tanai Hairston. Hill left open, missed the three. Epps finds Royce up the floor. Royce wanted the sidestep, and that goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Wayne. Amelia Diaz will come back in for the Generals. Whitney Ankenbrook comes in. Loose ball, scooped back up by Helsum. Three ball is good, and it's Emma Royce who knocks it down from beyond the arc. Royce, if I'm not mistaken, has 5 points in this game. She scored on a dribble drive earlier. That's off O'Quinn, and out of bounds. Homestead takes over. Maya Epps, the hero of the Columbia City game, comes across the timeline. She does have 4 early points in this one. Helsum guarded by Diaz, and Diaz doing a good job on her, and they force the turnover. O'Quinn with the takeaway. O'Quinn down the floor quick, and she scores. Shabrea O'Quinn scores off the turnover. Three ball is good. Helsum with the answer. And if I'm not mistaken, that puts Gabby Helsum at 8 points for the game already. Diaz finds O'Quinn. O'Quinn gets in position and scores. O'Quinn with back-to-back buckets. She's now the leading scorer for this game for Wayne. Epps trying to answer from downtown, wouldn't go. Amelia Diaz with the rebound. Hairston finds O'Quinn. O'Quinn, the turnaround, comes up short. Sanaya Sandlin with the rebound. They go down the floor, knocked away. Helsum trying to go in transition. And she's fouled by Anaya Hill. Maya Epps will put it in play. Whitney Ankenbrook missed the shot, and back come the Generals with Gorman. She finds Hairston cutting through, but Hairston misses the shot in close. Ankenbrook fakes the pass. We're down to 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ankenbrook finds Epps. They go right back inside. A foul is called. That'll send Sanaya Sandlin to the line. Sandlin able to hit the first free throw. Spartans have built up a 14-point lead with 10.6 to go in this first quarter. That's Sandlin's first points of the game. She's a 6-foot flat sophomore. She missed the free throw as Hill comes down the floor. Wayne needs to get a shot off quick. Down to 5 seconds. O'Quinn, contact drawn. Blocking foul comes with 4 seconds. Fourth team foul on Homestead. Each team has 4 fouls. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Gorman's the one inbounding the ball. If you can get a catch and shoot 3, Gorman's the one you'd probably want shooting it. Although Hill can knock him down as well, but she missed that one. And O'Quinn's putback doesn't fall. Homestead with a 23-9 lead over Wayne. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of the second quarter on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
A 23-9 lead for Homestead as we begin the second quarter. It will be Wayne ball to start the quarter. Wayne scored right off the opening tip, but since then, Homestead has outscored him 23-7. This is Anaya Hill. She's hit a 3 in the game, gets a screen from Hairston. It was Hairston who scored the game's first bucket. Quinn left it short, and she has been crowded several times in that paint. The rebound by Claire Landegren. Excuse me, that's Landrigan, I beg your pardon. Put the letters in the wrong place. Backing down is Allie Stevens. Missed the shot, but she is fouled. Byron Pickens here supporting the Lady Generals. Of course, Pickens is the boys basketball coach at Wayne, a Wayne team that is having a pretty good season. As Molly Stevens is able to hit that first free throw. Allie Stevens, I beg your pardon, not Molly. There is a Molly on this Homestead team. It's Molly Stock. Stevens goes 2 for 2. Here's Anaya Hill to bring the ball across the timeline for Wayne. Wayne had the bye in the first round. They were upset by Southside in last year's sectionals, and Southside got to the championship game and took on Homestead, but Homestead won the game. Actually, it was Southside versus Homestead on the girls' and boys' sides. Homestead winning both of them, although Ashton Johnson had a chance for a game-tying 3. He had to shoot it from half court, and it was no good. Molly Stock able to avoid the turnover there for Homestead. Bottoms gets a screen. They get it back outside to Stock. Driving into the paint is Whitney Ankenbrook, and she is fouled. It was Sydney Gorman who was called for the foul, and Homestead trying to convert on back-to-back free throw trips. They get the first one here with Ankenbrook, and I'm not sure if Whitney Ankenbrook is related to Homestead assistant coach Kara Ankenbrook. She actually took over for Rod Parker for a portion of the 2019-2020 season. Parker was battling cancer at the time. We're thankful that Parker was able to win that battle and is still able to coach today. Rod Parker and Kara Ankenbrook both received SAC Coach of the Year honors at season's end. Looking for the dish inside, and a foul is called. Hairston was the one who was fouled. Nope, it's a jump ball, I beg your pardon. Homestead takes over. Landrigan called for the travel. Two minutes into the second quarter. Wayne has yet to score here in the second. Gorman able to corral the ball. Evie Bottoms looked like she was eyeing a steal, and now Tanai Hairston does get fouled. And she was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line. Winner of this game faces Huntington North in the sectional championship game tomorrow as Tanai is able to hit that first free throw. First points of the game for the Generals. Nobody's scored from the field yet here in the second quarter. Maya Epps comes back in along with Emma Royst. Hairston 2 for 2 on that trip. Homestead has had a lot of success with dribble penetration tonight. Wayne trying to shut that down here, but Homestead has a lot of motion offense. They do really well setting up in the half court. You get players moving around without the basketball, and you kind of have to have that against just about every style of defense. Make the defense work. Nearly turned over by Epps, but it's recovered by Stevens. Here's Royce looking for room down the baseline. Finds Epps. Epps the lob. Tough catch. Bottoms gives it back to Epps. Stock nails the three ball. Molly Stock from downtown. Homestead has had some success knocking down the three in this one. I do believe that's their fourth three of the game so far. As Tanai Hairston looks to drive into the paint. Tough shot. Good defense by Allie Stevens. They push it up the floor to Stock. She goes back outside to Royst. Epps on the interior. Left-handed shot. Yes! Maya Epps works her way around the paint and scores. A 21-point lead for Homestead. This Wayne team is much improved, but Homestead knows how to win when they get to this part of the season. The missed three there by Gorman. I believe that's her first shot of the game. Homestead has won 4 straight sectional championships. Stevens for 3, that's no good. Rod Parker has won 9 sectional championships as Homestead's head coach and won him a state championship in 2017. Just 2 years after the boys team won state. Hill around the screen. So many connections between the boys and girls teams, and not just for the fact that they both are part of the same school. Rod Parker was an assistant coach under Chris Johnson for a few years and then took over as the girls' head coach. And both head coaches have done a great job with their respective programs. Epps with a pull-up jumper, hits it in transition. Maya Epps, and that's going to prompt a timeout from the Generals. It's a full timeout. We will take a quick 30-second break here on this broadcast of high school sectional basketball.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really...
Well, a night removed from being the hero of Homestead's win against Columbia City, Maya Epps is having a really good ball game here. She just worked around the paint and was able to score, reaching her left hand away from her body, but she's able to hit the left-hand layup. And Epps, I believe, has 8 points in the game so far. That replay, along with all our other replays, is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Amelia Diaz gets the feed. That's poked away, taken by Helsum. She got a hand on it, and Royce feeds it ahead. Goes back outside to Allie Stevens, and Stevens nails a three. The Spartans are knocking them down from beyond the arc. A 26-point lead for Homestead, and Stevens gets the rebound on that one. Up the floor goes Royce. Royce in transition. She scores. All Sparty here in the second quarter. They've held Wayne to 2 points, and those were from the free throw line, not from the field. O'Quinn on the interior, missed the shot. Stevens another board. She feeds it outside to Helsum. Wide open is Epps, and Epps is just going to take that with ease. Maya Epps was wide open, and I believe that gives her 10 points for the game. She was the hero of Tuesday night's win against Columbia City. Battle for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and the arrow favors Wayne. Hill and Hairston check back in for Wayne. A 30-point lead for Homestead with 2:07 to go in this second quarter. Homestead has thrived off of turnovers and gotten some transition opportunities out of them. There's another turnover, but Adams, after getting the steal, is going to be called for double dribble. Hillary Adams does get credit for the steal. The senior guard forces the takeaway, but then gives it right back. Back out to Gorman. She's guarded by Whitney Ankenbrook. Diaz finds Tanae Hairston. Hairston, long pass looking for Gorman. Gorman rises up for three and hits it. Much needed three for the Generals as Gorman gets on the board. They fake the pass looking for Adams on the inside. Adams gets free. Check that was Brooklyn Freem, and she got fouled. And Amelia Diaz commits the foul. That's the 7th team foul on Wayne, so that puts Homestead in the bonus. That might have been in the act of shooting, though. Either way, Freem will get another free throw. Missed the second one. A 42-14 lead for Homestead as Hairston goes down the baseline. She walked. Down the floor goes Claire Landrigan. That ball's poked away. Hill got a hand on it, trying to get to the ball, but she stepped out. She stepped out as she touched the ball, so that's going right back to the Spartans. One of the event workers working this game tonight is Huntington North head baseball coach Jared Hamill. And I bring that up because, not only because we're getting closer to baseball season, but college baseball season, at least for some teams, begins a mere 2 weeks from now, February 17th. That shot is blocked on the inside. Tanae Hairston able to block it as we approach the final minute of the first half. Hill on the drive. Swings it back outside to Tanae. Diaz will bring it back outside. Diaz almost had the ball knocked away. Down to 37 seconds. Is Wayne going to hold for the final shot of the half here? Need to get something before halftime. Diaz almost had that. An offensive board, though, by Tanae Hairston. She finds Tanae on the inside, and a foul is going to be called on Sanaya Sandlin. Tanae Hairston goes to the line with 25.6 to go, and I'm going to say that was a non-shooting foul, actually. And it clearly was a non-shooting foul. Only the 6th-team foul against Homestead. The next one would put Wayne at the line. Spinning in is Hairston, missed it. The board by Brooklyn Freem. And now with 15 seconds, Homestead has a chance to add to their lead, but not anymore. Amelia Diaz with the pickpocket. She misses. Hill, the putback. Got it. Anaya Hill gets a late bucket for the Generals. So they cut into the deficit. That's a desperation three. Comes up short. And we are at halftime with Homestead leading 42-16 over Wayne. Wayne had the early bucket, but Homestead has outscored Wayne 42-14 since that early bucket by Tanae Hairston right off the opening tip. And like I said, we are at halftime, 42-16 in favor of Homestead. And right now we'll go ahead and get a word in from some of our sponsors to allow us to do these games that we get to do so often. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com for more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 42-16, Homestead with the lead at halftime. We will be back in a matter of moments on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
42-16 in favor of the Spartans. Wayne did score on the game's opening tip, but Homestead has dominated since then, and they have done a great job defending the post. Wayne, when they've tried to get the ball into the paint, Homestead has been able to crowd the lane and make things difficult for the Generals on the interior. Well, Maya Epps and Gabby Helsum are some of the players who have done a bulk of the scoring for the Spartans. Epps, if I'm not mistaken, is up to 10 points for the game, and Helsum up to 8. She's hit a couple of threes. Homestead has been very successful at their three-point shooting. They've been successful in a lot of different areas. A few more words from our sponsors before we go any further. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu for more. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you, whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping you to get your driver's license reinstated? Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. It's a 26-point lead for the Homestead Spartans here at Bob Strait Court on the campus of Huntington North. We're back in just a moment as we get a little bit closer to the start of the second half. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com and IHSAATV.org.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
Sectional basketball here on Summit City Sports and IHSAA TV with Homestead leading 42-16. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. No referral is needed, saving you time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. You see the score, 42-16 in favor of Homestead. Homestead has scored a number of different ways in transition, in the half-court offense, and the transition game has largely come from the turnovers forced by their defense. Homestead has been crowding the lane when Wayne has been able to penetrate into the lane and made things very difficult for the Generals in that dribble penetration game. We'll be right back in just a matter of moments. You are watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com and IHSAATV.org.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Ready to start the second half. Wayne versus Homestead. Homestead with a 42-16 lead over the Generals, and they'll start the second half with the basketball. get that fixed in just a moment. Pull-up jumper, and that's Molly Stock who knocks it down for Homestead. Yeah, there we go. As Amelia Diaz feeds that back outside to Sydney Gorman. Molly Stock, we've hit a couple of threes. I know she had at least 1 3 in the first half as Stock forces the turnover there. That ball is kicked across the timeline, and Diaz is going to be called for the foul. 7:17 left to go. Do know that when I last checked, Carroll was leading East Noble 20-9. That's over at the DeKalb sectional. Snyder already a winner tonight, so they'll move on to the championship game. As Maya Epps feeds that one outside to Allie Stevens. Stevens' 3 does not fall. Also know that Woodland defeated Heritage earlier tonight. They await the winner of Garrett versus Concordia. We'll give you an update on that one as soon as we get it. O'Quinn traveled on the drive to the basket. Do have another update, though. Lakewood Park Christian leading Elkhart Christian 17-12. Lakewood located out in Auburn, Indiana, not too far from the Fort Wayne area, as Maya Epps scores in transition. That's back to a 30-point lead for Homestead. Hill feeds it over to Diaz. O'Quinn right over top of Stock, and she's able to put it home. They go inside to Stock right at the block, and wide open initially was Evie Bottoms. Emma Royst able to make the catch. Royst scored off a couple of transition opportunities. It's really been a great team effort by Homestead tonight. Stevens going down the baseline. Stevens off the glass and in. Allison Stevens using the baseline. By the way, we do have some information about a former Homestead Spartan to give you here in a matter of moments. O'Quinn almost tipped that thing back up and in. And that one's taken away by Amelia Diaz. Hill fires a 3. It's no good. Stevens had it, but the board is pulled down and put back by Tanae Hairston. Number 4, not number 5. Stevens fires a 3. She had just enough space, and that's knocked out of bounds apparently by Wayne. They say off of Gorman. Inbound goes to Royst. Royst down the baseline, puts it in. Emma Royst able to put it home. You can get outside to Hill. She fires a 3. Hill's 3 would not go, and it's Hairston with the board. Hairston off the glass, no good. But Hairston gets the takeaway off the loose ball, and Diaz fires a 3. It's no good. Long 3 by Gorman. She missed it. Stevens the board. Step back 3, Molly Stock comes up short. Stock goes outside to Bottoms. Bottoms around the screen from Stevens, gets it over to Maya Epps. Epps guarded by Hill. Driving in is Royce, no good. Hill coming down the floor, finds Hairston. And Tanae Hairston able to score in transition. And that's going to lead to a timeout. The first timeout used by Rod Parker. Well, while they take a timeout, we'll take a quick break here on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your...
Homestead with a 50-22 lead. And by the way, it's worth mentioning, former Homestead Spartan Ayanna Patterson, who currently plays at UConn. This information has been posted by, imagine, multiple media outlets, including Victoria Jacobson of the Journal-Gazette. Patterson is scheduled to host the Empower Forward Weekend in Fort Wayne this coming summer. Again, that a post from Victoria Jacobson of the Fort Wayne Journal-Gazette. Ayanna Patterson was Miss Basketball here in the state of Indiana just last year. It's part of multiple sectional championships. Step back jumper, Stock knocks it down. Had the pleasure of covering a number of Ayanna's games, and Ayanna was basically a front court player, but she could score off a dribble penetration, and she could score in a number of different ways. Of course, early on in her career, she was teammates with the likes of Riley Parker and Sydney Graber, great athletes in their own right. Riley Parker, by the way, is the daughter of Rod Parker, longtime head coach for the Spartans. As Gorman is guarded by Royst. Out of bounds, and the ball's going to go back to Homestead. Entry pass inside to Helsum. Helsum off the glass. Diaz loses the ball, but Anaya Hill able to find it. We've got 2:15 and counting to go. Hill rises up for three. It's good. Anaya Hill from downtown. I believe that's her first three of the second half. Stock going to drive down the baseline, flips it in. Molly Stock with the blow-by. Under 2 minutes to play as Hill hits the jump shot. Well, Anaya Hill trying to do what she can to keep Wayne in this ball game, and that kind of stuff will help as Sydney Gorman comes up with a loose ball. She barely finds Hill. Hill's shot no good. That was a wild shot. Royce the board, and here's Helsum coming down the floor. Gabby Helsum leaning in. She scores. Sydney Gorman gives that one off to Hill. Hill around the screen. Diaz fakes it into the paint. Hill wasn't ready for it. Looked like Diaz was trying to get her the ball, and we've got a whistle. A timeout taken by Homestead. And I think Rod Parker might be wanting to get some of his subs in. That was kind of an abrupt timeout. But while they take the timeout, we will also take one here on SummitCitySports.com.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really...
Helsum's hit a couple of threes. She'll fire here, and she knocks down another. Gabby Helsum has been knocking them down consistently tonight. I believe that's her third three of the game. As we're inside the final minute of the third quarter. Gorman with a long three. That's short. Diaz the offensive board. Hill swings it back outside to Diaz. Is Wayne going to hold for the final shot? There's a good reason why they could. Get to that in a little bit as Diaz brings it back outside. Tanai Hairston setting the screen there for Gorman. Diaz with a clock down to 11, down to 10. Tanai Hairston, the floater, comes up short, out to Diaz with 5 on the clock. Tanai Hairston for 3. It is short, and that will end the third quarter, 61-27. As we go to the fourth quarter, Homestead with the lead, and we're back for the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
61-27 in favor of Homestead. Winner of this game takes on Huntington North in the sectional championship game tomorrow night. That's scheduled to start at 7:30. This is Amelia Diaz with the ball for Wayne. She kicks it back out to Anaya Hill. Wayne scored on the game's first possession, but it's been all Homestead almost all the way since then. Here's Hill around the screen. Gets around Hairston, missed the shot, but Homestead appeared to touch that one last. Gorman loses it after the inbound. They find Whitney Ankenbrook across the timeline. A little shot fake there by Helsum. Helsum's had a great game. I believe she's got 13 points in this one. Claire Landrigan's 3 comes up short. Hill feeds it out to Diaz. Diaz's 3 in and out. Offensive board by Hairston, stolen away. Landrigan to the paint. Missed it. It rolls right off the rim. Ball's loose. Gorman had a chance at it, and Landrigan recovers. And then a foul is called, and that will send Whitney Ankenbrook to the line. Sydney Gorman called for the foul. Fouls have been at a premium here in this second half, rather. And the first free throw is good, and it is now a 35-point game in Homestead's favor, and that means we will have a running clock. That's one of the reasons why Wayne tried to milk the clock down and hold for the final shot at the end of the third quarter to keep it from getting to this point. Anaya Hill around the screen. Gorman fires a 3. It's no good, and Hill has the rebound, keeps it alive for Wayne. Long 3 by Gorman. That's short. Sanaya Sandlin with the board for Homestead. Well, Homestead, assuming this score holds up, will have played 3 straight teams with winning records in this sectional. They knocked off Columbia City on Tuesday night, taking on a Wayne team that is 15-7 coming into this game. Tanai Hairston called for the foul. It sends Sandlin to the line. Clock does stop as Sandlin sets to shoot the free throws. Just one free throw, of course, but Sandlin able to knock it down. Lead is now 39. Anaya Hill will come across the timeline. Hill into the paint, spins around. Multiple defenders there, and here's Diaz. Hill had that one blocked, I think. Stepping out of bounds is Ankenbrook, and the ball's going to stay with Wayne. They dish it outside to Tanai Hairston. Foul is called, apparently not on the shot. They call it on Landrigan, Claire Landrigan. That's only the second team foul against Homestead in this second half, rather. We are in a running clock situation as the clock approaches 5 minutes. As Homestead has won 4 straight sectional titles, trying to make it 5. I thought Hill touched that ball before it went to the backcourt. They don't call over and back, though, in this instance. As Gorman finds Hill, Hill trying to go baseline, swings it out to Diaz. Gorman has the look from downtown, but missed the three, and Diaz comes up with it. Diaz missed the floater, but she's fouled. Well, the New Haven-Huntington North game got to a running clock. Huntington North winning that one 55-11. And even with this game getting into a running clock situation, unless Wayne pulls off an incredible comeback, this will be an impressive win for the Spartans. Great teamwork all around, great defense. They were knocking down their threes, turning turnovers into points. And it'd be a win against a quality opponent, too, a team that's 15-7. As Diaz goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Michaela Johnson in the game for Wayne as clock is still running down to 4:22 to play. Brooklyn Freem gives it up to Sydney Freem. Haven't called her name much in this game. That's going to be traveling. Sanaya Sandlin took a couple of steps with both her feet. Actually shuffled her feet there and turned the ball over. That probably doesn't bother Sandlin all that much. Her team's up by 37 points. And looking like they're about to head to a sectional championship game to take on Huntington North. Spartans beat Southside in last year's final. There's a takeaway by Hillary Adams. A catch-and-shoot three for Sydney Freem. She gets her own rebound. Missed that shot. Sandlin with the putback. Sanaya Sandlin adding to the lead for Homestead. Loose ball taken away. It's Freem. Brooklyn Freem. One-on-one to the basket. Puts it in. Brooklyn Freem. Had a defender on her all the way, and Freem is able to cash in. 3 minutes to go here at Bob Strait Court. That's nearly taken away. Luna, the pull-up. Got it. Mariah Luna. Sandlin keeps it alive, finds Brooklyn Freem, and Brooklyn Freem nails a three. Luna. Johnson had it, lost it. It's out of bounds. They're going to say off of Brooklyn Freem. Wayne keeps the ball. They go outside to Johnson, and Michaela Johnson trying to get inside. That ball's poked away, picked up by Luna. Johnson gets a high screen from Jordan Lockett. As we are down to 1:45 to go, contact is made there by Sandlin, and that's going to be a foul as she ran into Monet Smith. Clock does stop with 1:33 to go. On these shooting fouls, that's the rare instance where the clock stops in a running clock scenario. One of the rare instances. The other one is, of course, a timeout or an injury. Smith goes 1 for 2 at the line there. They kick it outside to Brooklyn Freem. She's nailed 1 3, missed that one. Sydney Freem couldn't put it back. Mariah Luna down the floor. Luna wanted to score in transition, missed the shot, but she got her own rebound initially, and that ball's going long and out of bounds, or is it? Doesn't matter, it's over and back. Tanai Hairston going after it, but it's a turnover no matter what, as we're inside the final minute of play, and Homestead looks like they're about to take a trip to the sectional championship game. They'll face Huntington North. Landrigan misses the 3. Offensive board Sandlin, and Sandlin couldn't put it home. Put back, no good. Battle for the ball, and whistles blow. That's going to be a jump ball. The arrow favors Homestead. Now, of course, you can only hold the ball leading up to these inbounds for 5 seconds. That's the only downside here for Homestead, but they do get it in. Homestead really doesn't need to take a shot here, but they will take one. Sandlin goes for the putback. Chased down by Landrigan. Landrigan looking for help, finds Sydney Freem, and now Homestead might just run out the clock. We're down to 9 seconds. And the sectional championship in Class 4A Sectional 6 is officially set. It'll be the Homestead Spartans versus the Huntington North Vikings in the sectional championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. Homestead beats Wayne 73-32, and a good team effort put together by the Spartans. You had players like Emma Royst, Gabby Helsum, Maya Epps, a number of different players contributing in this victory. We're going to go ahead and announce the Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, and that player is going to be Gabby Helsum. If I'm not mistaken, she did score 13 points in this one, but scored in a variety of ways. Scored on dribble drive and on her three-point shooting. Gabby Helsum, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. 73-32, Homestead your winner tonight over Wayne, and they will face Huntington North tomorrow night in the sectional championship game at 7:30 p.m. And we'll see you then. Remember, we've also got some boys basketball scheduled for the afternoon, including Adams Central versus Leo. That's a 2:30 tip. I'll be on the call along with Carson Watkins for that one, and Northside taking on Lawrence North as well. I believe that's a 4:30 tip. Tim Atkinson on the call for that one. And here at Huntington North, Homestead, a winner over Wayne. It was a game in which they won by 41 points. It did get to a running clock, but lost in all of that, perhaps, is the fact that Homestead had a great team win. They were knocking down their shots from the outside, played great defense, and they get a win against a quality opponent in the Wayne Generals at 15-7 coming into this game, 15-8 now. But back-to-back wins against teams with winning records. Homestead beat Columbia City on Tuesday night. They beat Wayne tonight, and tomorrow night they're going to take on Huntington North, who also has a winning record. It'll be the Northeast 8 versus the SAC to decide the sectional championship. We'll wait and see who the winner is when we get there. But for tonight, Homestead a winner over Wayne, 73-32. For my cameraman, Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Bob Strait Court in Huntington, Indiana. You've been watching the IHSAA Sectional 6 Tournament on SummitCitySports.com and IHSAATV.org.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAFoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.